Good day, Mr. Maximus Decimus Meridius. How are you doing, brother? Tell me some wins.
Got 1,000 followers on IG last week, and Facebook is about to hit 38K. So Facebook is like still going crazy, and that's kind of leading me into my question. So I was looking at my analytics, like IG for the longest time, it's been like probably about 90 to 95% males,
Uh-huh.
rest females. Facebook is damn near almost a 50-50 split now after the recipes. So I optimized my Facebook, like you said, put up like, the DM, like the keyword or whatever. But in the like help statement, I didn't say I help men. I say I help you or help people. I can't remember which one it was. IG still says in the bio, I help guys or help males, whatever.
Yep.
So what I'm wondering from you is I was talking to Janelle a little bit about this. Her opinion was like, obviously still push for the guys, females, not that it's an afterthought, that's not the right word to say, but like, if they're, want help or coaching, I'm not going to say no because I do have female clients. But I'm just wondering like, what is your thoughts on this? Like, should I shift gears in the way that like my bio's set up, or I don't know, because this is great problems to have. My audience is fucking blowing up right now, but I'm not booking a lot of calls. I have a master class next week, booked a couple from that, but like through the DMs and shit, it's just everyone's so cold. I'm just kind of like,
Yep.
just a lot of fucking shit going on.
Yeah. So this is new. So first things first, are you going live on your Facebook at all?
No, I have not.
Let's start going live on Facebook because if you're getting all these fucking followers, I guarantee you start going live, you're going to get a lot of people tuning in, and all of a sudden those cold leads are going to turn to warm really fast. Because like it's the same problem that you have if you're running ads. Like it's just like it's cold traffic, and so you need to find a way to get them to consume your content. And so going live is a really easy way to get them to consume your content. The more that they consume your content, the warmer that they're going to be. That being
Hmm.
said, like knowing that your avatar kind of is starting to choose you. Like if your audience is primarily growing with females on Facebook, like it would be worth entertaining starting to put out some content towards women first. So I don't know if I would lean all the way in and change my bio yet, but I think what I would do, Max, is like if you're posting 7 times a week, post 2 times a week, like content that's designed for women and see how it responds on your page. And
Okay.
if it starts to take off or you start to get some inbound leads, 100% we can start to make the shift. But you can test the messaging without changing everything by just starting to put out some content towards women and seeing how people respond to it.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Cause yeah, I mean, like my coaching style is pretty much macros. Like, so it doesn't fucking matter who you are. It's
Yeah.
like, that's like what I preach, the recipes, easy shit, simple swaps. Like that's kind of what like my content is like those things are starting to hit and pick up a little bit more. So it's like, I could shift that from I help men to I help you or I help people kind of thing where it's like
Mhm.
I'm not zoning one or the other out, but okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. I
oh,
don't
you
know if
got,
I wouldn't lean all the way into it until you prove that you can make money with the avatar. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But it's like if you start proving that you can make money with the avatar, then I might start leaning more in. But you can start putting out some feelers to your audience to see how women respond to your content speaking to them. And also, because like I also think that even putting out like a CTA, like, hey, there's been a lot of women that recently joined my audience. Like, if you're new here, I'd love to know what your current biggest struggle is, something like that. So like starting to put out more content towards women to see how they respond and also start going live, bro, because you need to take those leads from cold to hot. And like masterclass is a really good way to do that. But also like live streaming is how you're going to get somebody to actually consume your content on a deep level.
okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll start going live then because I'm gonna do that next week, like every day for the master class,
Yep.
rocking that out. And then I guess like just inner workings of like, outreach on Facebook. Is it just this is the same shit as I would do on IG? I've pretty much just been messaging the guys, haven't really messaged the girls much, but like, it's just I've never done outreach on there. So
It's the exact same psychology, exact same, like, it's especially since they're the same platform. It would be the exact same DM script, literally the exact same.
okay.
Nothing changes.
All right, perfect. Sweet.
Okay, bro.
Appreciate it, dog.
Congratulations on blowing up. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Peace. Mr. Mike, what's going on, brother? Tell me some wins.
What's going on, man? Last week close, I think it was 4 or 5 calls out of 6. So it was a great week for the first week of July. 40-day challenge right now, 20 people in it, booking calls like crazy right now. So I'm trying to book as many as possible, which leads to my question.
I have a question for you first.
Yeah.
Because so first things first, who here has seen Mike consistently crush it in the program? Just say yes if you have. See Mike showing up, crushing it in the program, consistently getting results every time he's coming in these calls, closing clients, making money. So, Michael, out of curiosity, where do most of your leads come from?
Facebook.
Facebook?
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of outbound on Facebook or like how does it work?
Uh, I would say more outbound. Yeah. I have a couple inbounds coming here and there, but it's a lot outbound.
Yeah. Is it outbound to people that are on your friends list, outbound to people in Facebook groups? What are you doing?
Friend list on Facebook. If they follow me, I just engage,
Cool.
send a DM, and start a conversation.
I just, hey, thanks so much for the friend. What does that look like?
Hey, thanks for the follow. And I have a few different open letters, but it's like, hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Are you here for content or are you in a fitness journey? I have some free resources. Do you want some? Or I'll do, what do you want to see more of? Towards content, recipes, nutrition, or workouts? And that just helps me with content.
Cool.
And sometimes they'll come back to me a couple months later asking for help. Or if not, they say, I need some help. And we start book a phone call.
Boom. How many months have you hit 10K in a row?
0.
Oh, you haven't hit 0 10K. What's your highest ever month? Was it 9.7?
9.8.
Fuck. We're so close. What are we at right now?
So not much. So I've been in I wouldn't say a rut. Compared to last year, income like monthly, I'm not there. Like last year, I was making between 7 to 9K reoccurring every single month.
Yeah.
Now it's like between like 3 to 6.
Yeah.
So this month, I'm trying to get out of that rut with this 4-day challenge, and I'm definitely gonna get there. I have a lot of different like projects on the go. So my 4-day challenge, my wife advertised it with her work, and her boss is trying to set up her entire organization community to make a challenge with me helping. It might take a month or two because obviously it's gonna be legit. They don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
But if it happens, I could have hundreds and hundred clients just with her community group. So I'm looking forward to that. I had an old best friend pop by last week saying, "Hey, I need some help. I want to drop 250 pounds. Can you help me?" Hey man, let's set up a meeting and we'll just get a hold of each other next week and sit down and see what I can do.
Cool.
So I have a lot of stuff going on, and this month is going to be the month that I at least hit 5K. That's my goal, just to get out of this rut.
Yeah, that's cool.
End of the day, my question goes to my 4-day challenge is I have people booking phone calls with me, and the question on the calendar link said, if we're a good fit after this phone call, are you willing to invest today? Yes or no? Now, I've really never got this before. When somebody says no, and they're a really hot lead, they need that push, they need that personal trainer or coach. What do we say for them if there's like, are we still on for today for the phone call?
Yeah. So this is somebody that you would classify as a hot lead, like they were just like super interested, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if they're classified as a hot lead, I'll still take that call. Like, because like the only time I wouldn't take that call, Mike, is if they were like, they answered that question and they were giving me like 1 or 2 word answers in the DMs. But if they were opening up like crazy in the DMs, then I would still take that call. I also would probably pre-frame the call with, hey, so like I know that in your application that you mentioned that you weren't interested in investing in a coach. So my job today is not to sell you anything, but I basically want to help you come up with a game plan to, help you identify what you're basically struggling with and see if I can, create a plan to help you out. Is that fair? Okay. So I would lower sales resistance and I would acknowledge what they said so that we can just get into the call. And then at the end of the call, I would almost lean out. Like, well, I do have some programs to offer to you, but I don't know if it would be a good fit for you right now. But if you're interested, I could walk you through them to see if you would like it. I would still take the call and I would just lean out and make it like not like a sales pitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That helps. That helps 100%.
I would definitely take the call though, for sure.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. That helps.
I love it. Thanks for sharing, Mike. I appreciate you.
No problem.
You're a fucking beast. I see you. You're a beast, bro. I love seeing you win. Mr. Daniel, what's up?
That call's quick. What's going on?
That was quick. How you doing, brother? Tell me some wins.
Hey, man. Good week. Good month, actually, July. At 9.2 already. So
9.2K.
Compared to last month, mate. I'm telling you, there's something in that mindset stuff.
I like that, bro. That makes me fucking happy.
I've got two easy ones for you.
Happy to serve
you. I was watching the masterclass on content that you did.
Yes, sir.
You know how you said you can reply to a comment with a reel?
Yes, sir.
Every time I click that, it only gives me 15 seconds. So I can't really create a reel out of that.
Let me see. I think I know what you're talking about. I think there's a little setting that you can switch. I'm just going to go to my
I was looking for something. I was like, surely there's a way, but I couldn't bloody find it.
Yeah. So here, everybody go. I'll show you guys how to do it right now. Go to your comments. Go to your comments, Daniel, and then tap reply. And then it'll take you to this screen, right?
Yep.
And then if you tap the little arrow on the left, you'll see a bunch of options open. So there's a little arrow on the left side of the screen. And then you can go length, and then you can go 60 seconds or you can go 90 seconds.
Thank you.
I got you, bro. That's what I'm here
for. I
for.
thought it was an easy one.
That's what I'm here for.
And then the last one, man. If I'm aiming for paid in fulls, I should always. I think I already know the answer to this one. I just want to double check it. I've got in a habit of always going for recurring. So I say the paid in full first and follow with the recurring. I switch that around. That's all it is.
Yep.
Okay. Super easy.
Yeah. So if you want to go for the paid in full, I present it as the only option. So if you were to hire an in-person trainer for 16 weeks, it would cost you about $3,000. My training, nutrition, and accountability for 16 weeks is $1,500. How does that sound?
And that's it. Just don't say the option 2.
And then if they have an objection, which they, most often, I would say 50 to 70% of the time they'll have an objection.
Yep.
The first thing they'll say is that all in full? And then you're like, yeah, I find that the clients that paid in full are going to be more committed and more invested. And so it's just better to get it all taken care of up front.
Dude, thank you.
And then they'll probably say something like, well, if they go for it, they're like, yeah, okay, let's do it, which is the ideal scenario, but that doesn't happen often. The more likely scenario is like, okay, well, like, is there any sort of like payment arrangements that you have? And then kind of slow down and be like, typically speaking, we don't really like to do payment plans. If I were able to get you in on some sort of payment arrangement, like the reason I don't like to do payment plans, Daniel, is because I find that the clients are paying full and more committed. So if I was able to get on some sort of payment arrangement, I would just need to have your commitment that you were going to be executing as if you paid in full. Like I just need to have your full commitment to the program. Is that something I can get your commitment on? Yes. And then I'll present the payment plans. If my goal is to sell paid in full, I won't go right to the monthly. I'll go to the split pay. Okay. So what if we did half now? So 750, and then we can do half in 30 days. That way you can get into the program. You can start losing weight. You'll see the program's amazing. And then we can break it into two to make it more digestible. How does that sound? And then if they don't go for that, they're like, I still can't do it. Then I'll be like, you're killing me, Daniel. You're killing me. Okay. Listen, Daniel, like I don't want finances to be the reason that you don't take action and move forward today and start seeing progress in your fitness journey. So if I were able to break it into like the best I can do for you is I'll do monthly for you. So if we do $350 a month, I can get you started today, and that makes it a lot more digestible. How does that sound? And monthly is like the last option I'll go to if I want to sell paid. If I want to sell paid in fulls.
All right. Would you ever push that second payment past that 30-day period?
Yep.
Okay, you would. All right.
Yeah.
I was
like you could even say like if you need to do 60 days, I'm more than happy to do that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. If it's a 6-month plan, then it's no big deal, is it? That's
100%.
what I thought.
Yep.
All right, man. Awesome. I've got another one, but I'll message it in the group so I don't harass you.
Rock and roll, bro. Hey, I'm proud of you. Question: what are you currently doing for client acquisition? Where do you get most of your clients from?
Outbound and referrals.
Outbound and referrals. Outbound on Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram. Facebook, I still haven't tapped into properly.
Yeah.
Like I get followers, but they're just not as responsive to me.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm not going. I already know that. So that's
your Instagram content is pretty consistent and pretty high value, so that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, bro. We'll talk soon. Yeah. Peace. Francie, what's up? Tell me some wins.
I re-signed a client and I went live on Instagram.
Hey, is that your first time?
Well, I went live on the challenge, but then I didn't go live anymore. So yeah.
That's a start. That's a start. That's what we care about.
Yeah. So my goal is to go live twice a week now.
Nice. I like that.
I'm just trying to figure out the best time because my Instagram is currently so in between time zones, which kind of makes it all a bit difficult, which is also one of my questions. So for my engagement, usually I would post, so I post 2 times a day, and I would post like the better post in the evening, because that's when when the engagement was the highest when I was in Germany.
Yep.
Now it completely shifted because it's like a 9-hour time zone shift. So it's in the morning. Would you now go to posting the better one in the morning?
I definitely would. And you're going to be in Canada for what, 6+ months?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to basically adjust to the times that are the most active for North America. And I would say America, for me, Francie, what I found is like around 8 to 9 a.m. is a really good time. 12 when people are on lunch is a really good time, and around 5 to 6 p.m. Those are typically the best times for me to post from what I've seen from my engagement.
That actually matches what my engagement showed. It's like 9 a.m. and 12. It's not in the evening yet, but I will post in the evening anyway.
Yeah. I'm also looking at your page, and I like the split screens. The split screens are consistently the ones that are performing the best.
It's still not performing though. And it's so weird because the views, that's something I wanted to ask you. So I reposted the split screen videos. Again, it was doing very well. It was the McDonald's one. It got 10K views in the past, which was like my best reel ever. And now I reposted it and it only got like 2,000.
Yep.
So my views and my content, I just feel like no matter what I do, it sucks.
So what I look for, Francie, is I look for what I call signs of life. Okay. So signs of life basically looks like this, right? So if I look at your content, signs of life is like, okay, what's the content that's like popping? So like, this is a sign of life. So what's this?
I boosted this one.
Okay. Which ones haven't you boosted?
The other ones.
All the other ones? Okay. So this is a sign of life. That's funny. Engagement reel. But sign of life in the awareness content. So like this right here is a sign of life in the sense that it's like 1,600 views versus 600 views. So that's a sign of life. Same right here. 2,800 views versus 900 views. So now it's
Yeah.
like, okay, how do we take the content that has a sign of life and how do we deliver? How can we give something away in this reel where we make it very obvious like what the thing is? Because like right here it says comment booty and I'll send you my free booty guide. But that's like the third line in the caption. So we've got 2,800 views and people aren't seeing that as the first line in the caption. Whereas like if I'm scrolling on my phone and I'm just scrolling through Instagram, friends, I want to scroll
Yeah.
through Instagram and I want to see like, I'm going to reply to the CTA based on what the first line in the caption is. So if I want somebody to reply to my CTA, it's going to be the first thing that it says.
I changed this one I changed it in the one I uploaded today and yesterday because that's what I thought. So in the most recent one, the 79 views only.
This one,
No,
79.
like, yeah.
But that's good. That I'm glad you brought that up because the sign of life that I was saying is like the split screen is a sign of life, right? So this content style is the sign of life. So we need to take the sign of life like this, and then we put it with something like a CTA. So like attaching a sign of life to a CTA. So you did the same thing here, I think. Comment plan if you want a 4-day training plan, right? So it's down here. So people can't see it. The main thing that we need to focus on is how do we get people to engage with the content? Because if we get people to engage with the content, then the content's going to start to perform better. So if I'm looking through your content, like that would be the first thing I would say. Second thing I would say is, I know that you were posting about moving, but I'm wondering.
Yeah, it's a couple of times in there. If you go up, there's one.
Yeah. Like look at the engagement on this, Francie.
Yeah, but like this is you guys being excited for me.
but regardless, so like I love that, but also let's see what is it about? Packing Canada, it's a turning point.
So yeah, I'm now doing this series and it's doing quite well in terms of connection posts, like 8 ways I failed, because I'm reflecting back on life with moving.
Where is that?
This one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Engagement. Okay, good. And where's the other one?
This one, 8 ways. This one, yep. Like with the boxes.
Okay. So love this. Here, check this out. So like I'm gonna show you. I think engagement is down pretty consistently across the board on Instagram Reels specifically, which is why I'm playing around with a bunch of different content styles. But I wanted to show you something that has been crushing for me lately that I think that you should lean into because I think you would do really well with is carousels with a story. But like notice how the photos are also telling a story. So like I'm giving value in these carousels, but I'm literally grabbing random photos from my photo camera reel, Franzi, and then I'm just adding text on top of it. So like I think you should start experimenting with this type of stuff. If I go back to your page, where is it? It doesn't even have to be an 8. I failed at setting. I fail 8 ways I failed part 3. This is how I think about it. I treat each piece of content like people have never seen me before. So like 8 ways I failed part 3. If I haven't seen part 1 or part 2, I might not want to engage with this. But like, I failed at settling. So like, think about like, what's the purpose of this piece of content?
It's connection.
Okay. So connection. So tell me like what's the main story behind this?
The main story is that I feel like everybody's settling down and like building roots, and I have no idea where I'm going to end up.
Okay.
And that's
how old are you?
29.
So you could say, I'm 29 years old and I'm not afraid to admit that I still haven't found my roots in life. Get it?
Yep.
Because
Okay.
that, if I'm a viewer and I read that, then that is like, oh my God, I'm 29 too. And then that's going to make me connect to you. Whereas like, if you think about reading, I failed at settling, that to me, if I'm a viewer, I don't really know what that means. And I see the boxes, but I can't fully conceptualize what that means. Whereas like, if this is a photo of you sitting on the side of a nice scene, and it's like, I'm 29 years old and I'm not too afraid to admit that I still have no idea where I want to be in life.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then you go into the story, right?
Makes so much more sense.
So we like, if we're going to connect, like, I think that the reason I'm saying this, friends, is I think that if I look at this piece of content right here, right? Something I haven't shared yet, you're like, this looks exciting. Like, I want to read this, right? But if I look at this, I'm like, this actually is not bad. I failed in love, but it's like, how can the reader connect to that? So like, I want you to be specific. So tell me the story behind this.
And you want to hear now?
Yeah. You just give me like a quick little recap. How old were you when you failed in love? What happened?
It's just about that I still haven't found a partner and like I'm single and I felt like I failed in love when I broke up with my ex-boyfriend because my mom told me years back that I can't maintain a relationship, but I did it for me and I've never felt better. And I kind of like found myself or basically I learned becoming my own ride or die.
So you broke up with your significant other and then you found yourself.
Yeah.
Like I broke up with my boyfriend and then I found myself.
Okay.
Right? Because now if I'm a reader and I read that, I'm like, what the fuck is she saying here? Even like if I'm a woman and I read that and I'm in a relationship, I want to know how you found yourself by, going through a breakup, because maybe my relationship's a turmoil. Or maybe I'm a woman that just went through a breakup and then I read that and I'm like, oh my God, like I might be able to learn something from this. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like thinking about how this is going to be beneficial for the viewer, because I think that the purpose of me saying this is because I want you to start posting more content that gets people to engage with you and your story. And I think the way that you're going to do that is by sharing your story and doing it in like a specific way.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I'm like missing, the engagement, because if I send out DMs, I have like a 3% response rate, which is horrible.
Agreed.
And I tried to post more connection posts and like telling a story, but it didn't work. But
Yeah,
then
it is,
that's
but
like,
it did work though. And that's why I wanted to like spend a little bit of time with you, because this like right here is a sign of life. So I'm like,
yeah.
okay, what worked about this? I think that what worked about this is it's like, it was, but even if I think about, so let's backtrack for a sec, because you're like, well, it's only you guys that engaged, but look at what you posted. You posted PT Dom videos. So of course PT Dom students are going to engage. They're like, yeah, fuck yeah,
Come on
friends.
now.
Fuck yeah. I'll see you soon. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do we make this applicable and valuable to the viewer? Right. Like showing photos of you eating healthy food, showing photos of you at the gym working out, showing photos of you shopping by yourself, you know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
think about how you would make that relatable to the person that you're trying to connect with. Like, I'll give you an example. If I go to my page and I'm like, I'm 33, retired my wife, I built a high ticket online fitness coaching business, 7 figures. And if I had to start from scratch, here's exactly what I do.
Yeah, I know that I saw
I,
this one.
I could have said, I'm 33 years old, I make $35 million, but I'm like, that's not going to fucking relate to my ideal client. What is going to relate to my ideal client is I retired my wife, because people that have a significant other that want to retire their girl are going to see that post and be like, I want to fucking do that. And
Yep.
so they're going to read that post because I posted something that's going to connect with them. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
when
gonna try to, and then I'll just ask for feedback in the group. I'm trying to do it, but I don't know how to put it into like words and slides.
Totally. I get it. This is like, it is, instead of putting it in slides, I'm going to give you a really easy hack because you're already doing this. So if I go moving from Munich to Kelowna, give me the space to look back. How many times I failed? I feel like I failed in love, walked away from somebody I still love, not because I didn't care, because the features didn't match, because I couldn't fully be there. The firecracker, everything that going on. When I was 16, after my first breakup, my mom told me I was unfit for relationships. That's the fucking title of the slide. Bam. That goes here.
Okay.
You get it? You're already doing it. So all you got to do is you got to take the caption and then put parts of the caption in the slide. Like you're already doing it. And then the next slide, it could say something like, when this ended, I felt it all over again. Maybe I just want too much, too deep, too big, too everything. And then next slide. But leaving turned out to be the best thing I ever did, because I found myself. And it's this right here. I got to know myself more than deeper. I got to be my own ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're already doing it. You just need to take the things from the caption and put them on the carousel.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Cool. And one other technical question, because maybe I know you have like some Instagram guys, but European Instagram sucks. And my phone, like I can't switch to an Canadian or US account on Instagram because I set it up in Germany and I don't have captions in my stories. So I always have to do it as a reel and then put the caption in there and then save it and then upload it as a story. Do you have any idea what I can do? I already messaged like Instagram request help thing, but didn't get a response.
I wish I had an idea, but I have no idea. Do you have the captions app? I think the captions app is free.
Yeah, but then you always have to like, you can't just do a story and have it in the captions. Okay. And one more technical, because maybe some of you guys have experienced the same. If I do a reel and I add a photo on top of it as an overlay, I cannot download it. I cannot save it to my camera roll.
I don't know, but I usually do that in CapCut.
Okay.
Sorry. I wish I had an answer. I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't
but-
know. I usually do it in CapCut. Try the Edits app on Instagram too.
Okay.
Edits app because the Edits app is by Instagram. So I think you might be able to post to Instagram from Edits too.
Yeah. And when you say split screen, my split screen reels, I should do more of it. Should I just keep exploring different variations?
Yeah, I want you to follow. There's a girl. I want you guys to all follow this girl. All right. I'm going to give her a shout out on the podcast because her content's fucking sick. Pernilla.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. Yeah.
So her content's sick, and it's all split screens. Her entire account. It's like I found her account like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, and I followed her, and she followed me back too, which is cool. No big deal. But
Yeah, that's what I'm using.
she's got really fucking good split screen content, like really good, really good. So use that for inspo.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. Talk to you soon, Frenzy. Bye-bye.
See you in the gym.
See you in the gym.
I signed up for a year, so now my visa has to go through. There's just no other way.
I love it. I love it. What time do you go?
It depends on when I have calls with my clients because the time it's
Right.
hard to find a routine right now.
Yeah. It's all good. And the event is
maybe not as early as Cole goes.
Yeah. The event is in a month too. So you're going to have lots of PT Don friends here.
Yeah.
Okay. See you soon.
Thanks.
Nick, what's up, brother? Tell me some wins, Nicholas. Tell me some good stuff.
Today? We got some good wins. Our clients are crushing it right now in my 5-week challenge. I just was recruited from the brand Walking Pad. They're going to give me a brand new $1,000 rower to make a video for them. So I think that's
cool.
I'm waiting for that. And so, and my local professional sports team reached out and said that they invited me to their training camp to make content. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do because I don't do anything about football, but I'm going to the Steelers training camp, and I ain't going to say anything other than that.
Wait, the Steelers?
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers, yep.
The Pittsburgh Steelers invited you out to fucking create content.
And that's all because of this program.
What the fuck, dude?
So,
what the fuck? I love how subtle that was. My local sports team, the Pittsburgh fucking Steelers, is a national football team. That's not a local sports team, bro. That's a fucking national NFL, dog.
I guess so. Yeah.
Which is I'm gonna upplay that for you. That's fucking dope as shit. I want the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers to reach out to me.
Yeah, no, that was actually, it was pretty fucking cool. And so that's my next question about that is now that we're getting some wins and content and whatnot. In August, all of my clients, they know my in-person clients, they're done. So August is fully online and really just diving into all of the systems. So we talked about this a couple weeks ago, is that things are moving good. I like where I'm at in business, but I'm always trying to improve. I never want to get complacent. Yes. And in order for me to make a little bit more money and in order for me to make more impact, I know I need to improve my systems. Yep. And so I'm asking you, if you were to have my Instagram account, what would be like 1 to 2, 3, maybe needle moving things that you would suggest for me to really just say, like, let's start adding this into your routine?
Just out of curiosity, what's your income at right now, Nick?
We're about like 8,500 per month.
8,500 per month. Okay. What do you spend? Do you have a calendar? What do you spend the majority of your day doing?
Well, that was the thing, is I noticed that I went through ChatGPT and with my in-person stuff and all that stuff that I was doing 110 hours committed to my in-person per month.
Per month. Yeah.
So I'm about to free up all of this time. I'm about to free up 110 hours starting in August. And I'm just like, holy shit, I didn't realize I was spending that much time to it. So yeah, I'm an open book. I'm a sponge.
Okay. So if I had your account and I had the amount of followers that you had, which means you have a massive audience, you have like 130,000 followers. You've done a really good job of building your audience. If I had that account, I would be spending 1 hour a day coming up, like going into my clients, screenshotting my client results, grabbing testimonials, posting them on my Instagram, like getting my audience warmed to my offer. And I'd be doing that for an hour a day. I'd be thinking about different creative ways to post social proof, different story slides I could post that could be sequences. I'd be thinking about different clients I could potentially line up to do a live stream with. Because when you've got your problem, which is that you've got a big audience, but people are colder because you haven't been making a bunch of offers, I would be warming them up as much as I possibly could by posting as much social proof as I possibly could. And I'd be doing that for an hour a day. An hour a day. It's that important. Like, it really is. If I look at my schedule, Nick, like out of my schedule, I dedicate an hour a day to just that. Like, and I'm very busy, but I understand that like that's such a big needle mover in the business, is posting social proof consistently throughout the day, all day, trying to do it as much as I can on my feed, coming up with different creative ways to post it on my feed, thinking about new ways to post social proof or different forms of social proof. So it's that important. Other than that, my main focus, if I had your business, would be getting my business consistently over $10,000 a month. And the only way I would be doing that is by getting people on the phone and fucking closing the deals. And so my calendar would be like mostly like I would be eliminating anything that was in my calendar that was not an income generating project. So like any ebooks that I wanted to design or any programs that I wanted to build, like I would obviously take care of my current clients as if my life depended on it because it's my lifeline. But I also would spend all of my extra time, if I was Nick, in the DMs and on sales calls. That would be my only intention, is like, I need to figure out how many sales calls I need to book to consistently hit $10,000 a month. And then I'd be doing that, DMs and sales calls. That's the primary thing. And if you focus on number one first, which is the social proof and the marketing, you're going to have more warm leads and people will be more receptive to your DMs. So which means you're going to be able to book more calls. And then the extra time you have in your calendar is just dedicated to sales calls. That's what I would do if I were you.
I love that. That's a great game plan. I got that written down. Now, within the DMs, this is something that we've been trying to master. I've been asking you for advice, is that you've been telling me, well, first, you remember, I think you said that my opener was absolutely garbage. So
I don't remember saying that, but I probably did.
No, you said that, and I took it to heart, and it's nightmares every day. No, one of the things that I've noticed is my opener. I've been starting to say, I don't know where I got it from, maybe another coach. Hey, it's Coach Nick. So I'm right there coming out with authorities instead of just saying, hey, it's Nick, right? It's like, hey, it's Coach Nick. Thank you so much for your interest in the program. Send second message. Are you on a fitness journey?
Yep.
Blah, 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 blah.
Love. Yep.
Keep that.
Keep that. Love that.
Okay, because that's been kind of working. That's been getting bites. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Keep that.
So when I get into the next thing, so you said to start sending voice notes like a little bit more often, like maybe earlier in, just to kind of get them receptive. So I've been sending these voice notes and they don't reply back.
Okay. Then fuck the voice notes. So like,
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So like this is like everything in marketing, you guys, is a test, like everything. And so if you're noticing, and I think voice notes have a really good place in the conversation, but if you're sending them early and people aren't responding, it means that they're not bought in enough. Whereas like potentially it's like, I'm not saying fuck voice notes altogether, but maybe just let's keep the script where it is until the prospect opens up. Because it's almost like, if you show too many of your cards before the prospect is open, then they might get afraid or they might lean out because they can see that you're super interested. Whereas if you get into the DM conversation, and then what I'm hearing is that it might seem like that you're more interested in the prospect than they are. Like that's a sub communication. So once you get the conversation going, if the prospect opens up like this, that's basically permission to send a voice note. Does that make sense?
That does,
because I still think voice notes are effective in DMs. I think they're very effective.
I think they're needed because I have that connection, right? And I feel like I feel like I've always, now that you're saying that, I think I've been kind of shooting off a little bit. Now, is there a time that we should think about with voice notes?
I try not to make them like fucking 30 to 60 seconds max.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't send a voice note longer than 60 seconds unless I was overcoming an objection. Like the voice notes that I would send that are longer than 60 seconds or like the prospect's already been on a call with me and I'm following up with a voice note to like let them know that I'm super excited about the opportunity of working with them because I'm going to help them get XYZ result and they're going to fucking crush it in the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. And then my last question for you is, I've been going through the scripts. So I have somebody who's a hot lead. I know I can help them. They're telling me they need my help. They love my content, blah, 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 blah. We get to the end. And this is what I guess Janelle was kind of yelling about me about this yesterday, I go right after, hey, would you like some help? Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, here's the link, kind of going through the script. And then they don't book. So she actually suggested that I should just start sending applications, like just drop, instead of like, hey, I'll tell you what, fill out this application and then I'll reach out to you to see how do I structure that or like what would make most sense?
So I just want to be super clear. You're doing a he said, she said thing, but it's okay. I'm going to answer it anyways. It's fucking,
I apologize.
It's okay. I'm going to answer it anyways because you asked and my brain is just firing. It's all good. When you get to the point where the prospect is about to book, you say, would you like some help? And they say, you're like, yeah. And you're like, cool, tell you what, why don't we do this? Let's hop in a quick 15-minute call, blah, blah, blah. But do you get their approval first? Do you say, does that sound good? Or do you just
I say, does that sound good? And
they say yes.
They say yes.
Okay. They say yes.
And then they don't book. And
okay,
so I'm like,
so try this, Nick, try this. Okay. I'm going to because like, I'm not saying Janelle's wrong, but I'm saying I look for the easiest possible solution to the problem. And so the easiest possible solution to the problem is you're like, okay, cool. I've got tomorrow. Be like, what time zone are you in? Just say, cool. What time zone are you in? And then they say EST. And then you check your calendar and you're like, okay, cool. I've got 2 times available tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST or 6 p.m. EST. Which works better for you? And then they say 6 p.m. EST. You're like, okay, great. Can I grab your phone number and email? And then you manually book it for them. Try that before you change the whole process.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to change some processes.
I know.
That makes a little bit more sense.
Try that first.
Okay. Now, and like you said, it's experiment. I'm getting a whole bunch of leads.
One of my clients in VIP, her name's Hallie. She's doing $94K a month. That's what she did to solve the Calendly problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would actually work.
Yeah. It's easy, low friction, low commitment.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, let me get to work. Let me put this together and yeah, awesome.
Nick, thanks for being my client, bro. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Peace out. Yo, Mr. Andre. Oh shit. I saw a big win happening in the group. What's up, dog?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Amazing. Tell me some wins, dog.
So 9,300 for the month. That was the fastest I've ever hit that number. And I only had two questions for you today, brother. My first one was, so I served the Puerto Rican niche.
Yep.
And with that, everything's been, man, super. It's been a blessing helping the island out, helping out the people. But I've noticed now I have a lot of different countries reaching out. So Colombians, Mexicans, Cubans, like, and they almost feel because my bio says I help Puerto Ricans lose weight, build muscle without or without giving up culture. They almost feel like, I guess, quote unquote, like maybe it's a segregation. Maybe if you're not Puerto Rican, you're not allowed to work with me, which it's not true at all. Like I want to help everyone. So my question was, instead of confusing my audience, and since I established myself just as like that Puerto Rican online fitness trainer, should I start playing with content to where I'll go visit different cultural foods and I'm just like, hey, if you're on a weight loss journey and you love your food but you don't want to give it up, this is how I would like incorporate it. That way you can keep your culture without sacrificing it, if that makes sense.
So just to be clear, you're working with Puerto Ricans right now and you're getting people
Yes.
from other countries reaching out, but then they think you won't work with them because they're not Puerto Rican. Is that what you're saying?
I've been getting that quite a bit. Everyone's just like, okay, like, I love your content. I love what you're saying, but I'm not Puerto Rican. Like, does this apply to me? Can I still get coaching? Like, I've been hearing that a lot.
Oh, interesting. How many followers do you have right now, Andre?
So on TikTok, 22K, and on Instagram, 12K.
12K. Okay. When you get that, so I'm just, because you've already established your audience, right? So
Yes.
when you get that message, are those people that you're outbounding or people that are inbounding you?
Inbounding me.
Okay. And they're asking about coaching?
So I would say 90, like let's just say 50 something people. Out of the 50, like a good 90% all have the same response of just basically like, I'm not Puerto Rican, but this is awesome. Or is this just exclusive to Puerto Rican people? And I've been getting that so much to where my mind is like, do I need to shift myself to where I help Latin people lose fat, build muscle without giving up culture? Or do I just keep what I have and just drop some sauce when it comes to their cultural foods and how they can keep it while still losing weight?
Yeah. So I have two things to say. Number one, I don't think you should completely change your avatar. So I just want to hammer that home. I'm 100% confident on, because you already built the audience off of that. And you built your business to a certain level, which is fucking awesome. So the first thing is don't change your avatar, because your avatar is fucking clearly working. Second thing is I think it would definitely make sense to start creating some awareness-based content. And awareness-based content is exactly what you're describing. If you're on a weight loss journey, like that to me is like, that can start being, 20 to 30 to 40% of your content. Like if you're on a weight loss journey, because that is going to start being more universally relatable to more people. That being said, that still is not going to solve the problem of people DMing you being like, oh, does this advice apply to me because I'm not Puerto Rican? Because you're still going to have those people DM you. And so we're going to have to come up with a response to those people where we basically were like, typically speaking, like most of my content's in Puerto Rican because let's be honest, your boy's Puerto Rican.
Yes.
However, like weight loss is universally applicable to everybody, calories in, calories out. So now that we're here and I've got you. So like, what's been the biggest struggle in your fitness journey?
Okay.
Right. So it's like, you're still going to get that DM. So I think that having like almost like a canned response that you send over voice note would be the best possible move. And I would just be like, your boy's Puerto Rican. So, I got to work with my Puerto Ricans, but let's be honest, like weight loss is universally relatable. It's calories in, calories out. You got to lift heavy weights. So now that I got you here, what's been the biggest struggle in your fitness journey?
Man, fire sauce. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And then the last thing I have for you, brother, on my Instagram page, I've also had people like, who are you? What's your story? Me personally, I'm still kind of working to build that up, but I've never been super heavy, just like on the chubbier side when I was first coming up in coaching. But I think the one thing that flipped the switch that made me go all in was I basically like almost took myself out in Thailand. I was super drunk and high, and basically I just hit 1 year sobriety. So should I pin? I had a voice that organically hit 10.6K, and it did super good. And I was just sharing that story of like when I crashed on that motorcycle.
Yeah.
And like just went sober and people loved it. So should I pin that?
Absolutely. You should pin that. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Okay.
Thank you. And also thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
That's like, also, bro, that's like that's a once a month story you can tell, And you can just tell
Oh,
different aspects of it, like what made you decide to flip the switch, or like, how were you feeling during that moment, or like, why you decided to go all in. Like you could take that same video and you could do like, it could be like a 6-second video of you like working out jacked in the gym. And then it's like, why did you decide to become an online coach? And then it's like 3 seconds of you working out. And then it clips to this fucking, the clip of the motorcycle, or the clip of you in Thailand in the hospital bed. Like, because I hit rock bottom and I had no other way. And then it's like, read the caption for details. And then in the caption, you could like describe the details. So there's so many different ways you can utilize that. So yeah, I think that's great. And I think you should use that as like your hero story. And like, that's like once a month, because you got a bunch of new people. Every time you gain a bunch of followers, I would post it.
oh man, thank you for the sauce, brother. That's everything. Appreciate you.
Hey, bro, congratulations on the 9,300, and congratulations on hitting it that fast. I'm excited to see your growth in the program, bro. Let's go.
Yes, sir, man. Love what you do. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Peace. Mr. Kettlebell Coach, what's up?
What's up, player? How you doing?
Best day of my life, brother. Tell me some wins.
Man, wins. I've been locked in with my non-negotiables and my morning routine, just staying very integral with everything. So that's been my win. I also signed a client and onboarded this past weekend, so it's been good. Showing up for myself wise.
You're a stud. I like you.
Yeah, last week I did a 4-day masterclass, my first 4-day challenge. That shit flopped so hard, but I wasn't even gonna do the last call, but I still did it. I put that shit on YouTube, just long content, fuck it, but still did it. It didn't matter that it was fucking flop. I got a juicy question for you today.
Hit me.
All right, so obviously you worked with a lot of mentors in the past and currently, and my question to you is, when you have a question, how do you stop yourself from answering your own questions and like not even ask? I feel like sometimes I do that a lot. Like, oh, I got this question, let me ask this, and then I just start kind of like dissecting it, like, oh, I should do this, I should do this, and then, but I guess I don't have enough assurance, and then sometimes I don't even take action on that answer that I gave myself.
Well, that's a beautiful question. Can I backtrack for a sec?
Yes.
Can I backtrack to the 4-day challenge? Because I want to make sure that the next one fucking crushes. Can you walk me through? I'm just going to ask you a series of questions because I want the next one that you do to be a fucking banger. And by the way, I've done 4-day challenges that have fucking flopped. I've done magnetic giveaways that have fucking flopped. I've done it all. So like, I know everything about flopping. Okay. I'm flop expert, bro. That's why I'm good now. So with the 4-day challenge, how many people did you have in it?
I had a total of like 12 people in the app.
12 people in the app. How many people applied for the challenge?
I did about the same, like everybody that applied got in.
Why was it so low?
I think where I fucked up is I started promoting it the week of 4th of July, and then the challenge started on the Monday right after 4th of July. So like I think
100%.
people were already on vacation mode when I was
100%.
trying to.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes sense. So first thing is I want to make sure that everybody understands, because first things first, if you get a challenge that flops or a giveaway that flops or a flash that flops, that doesn't mean that you never do it again, but it does mean that we got to learn whatever happened in the challenge so that we make sure that we just don't repeat the same patterns, right? Because I don't want you guys to avoid doing 4-day challenges, because I know people that, there's people in the $1 Million Mastermind that still do 4-day challenges that'll make 10 grand off of one. So first things first is the goal of the 4-day challenge. Everybody write this in the chat, is to get a minimum of 25 people. That's the goal. 25 people. The reason you want to get a minimum of 25 people is at least 20% of those people are going to be fucking gone, ghost, non-compliant, disappear. So for me, it's a minimum of 25. It's pretty easy to get 25 people with the structure of like, we do the post and and then we send the DMs to the people that are engaging with our stuff. Now, again, I understand why it was harder to get 25 people, because if you did launch it on the 4th of July weekend, that makes sense. But the goal is to get 25. So we got 12 people through. Out of the 12 people that came through, Kettlebell King, did you end up doing calls with any of the people before the challenge?
No.
So did you get phone numbers?
If I had a question in there, and then most people did, okay, maybe after the challenge.
So question, did you text those people right away?
I texted, no, not right away. That's another thing I fucked up. I waited to like 2 or 3 days.
Okay. So this is good. This is why I want to teach you. I want to fucking help you make money. So the next thing, everybody write this in the chat. When you get a phone number, you got to text them right away. If somebody leaves you their phone number in the 4-day challenge, immediately text them. Everybody write this down. This is for you too, Kettlebell King. This is important. Everybody write this down. Speed to lead. Speed to lead. What this means is that the faster that you guys reply to your prospects, the more likely they are to buy from you. And that applies to everything, right? Like even if a prospect inbound DMs you right now, Victor Silva, and they like message you, they're like, hey, coaching, the faster that you get back to the prospect, the more likely they are to book a call that day and buy. Because you got to think about the level of intent, right? Like if somebody fills out your client application and like they obviously have some sort of intent to buy from you, right? That's why they're filling it out. So if you can catch them in like the fucking same day, within the same hour, within the same 30 minutes that they filled out that application, the likelihood that that prospect converts goes up significantly. So somebody applies, they leave their phone number right away. We text them, yo, Kettlebell King, or Kettlebell King. That's what I would say to you. Yo, Kettlebell King, is that you? They're like, yeah, who's this? Oh, you're like, oh, it's Brian Mark from Instagram. I just got your application for the 4-day challenge. Saw you want to lose 20 pounds. That's awesome. How long have you been working towards that? 2 years. Awesome. Next step is to get you booked in for your free 15-minute call. Send a calendar link. Go ahead and book it now. Spots always fill up quick. Send me a screenshot. Let me know the time you pick. Cool question mark. That's going to get you 2 to 3 calls right out of the calendar. And just based off of your closing percentage, which I think is 30 to 40%, that's at least one new client from the challenge. Yeah. So let's go into the next thing. Group engagement. So when did your challenge start? You said it started Monday?
Yeah, I started Monday and the last call was Thursday.
Monday and the last call was Thursday. Okay. When did you let people into the challenge group?
So that's another thing. Like, I got requested only like 2 people to join the Facebook group. I sent it out to everybody, but only 2 people actually requested it. So then I just ended up doing it on Trainerized group and then did the calls on Zoom calls.
Okay, that's good. I like the pivot. That's a smart pivot. With the Trainerized group chat, as soon as you started the group chat, did you get everybody to introduce themselves?
No.
Okay, so that's the next thing. Everybody write this in the chat. When you're doing a challenge, you have to get everybody to introduce themselves. You have to, because it's kind of like, what's the example I'll give you? Okay, imagine you get invited to my house party, right? Kettlebell King, we're having a pool party, right? It's a fucking pool party, right? I got a DJ there and there's 15 other people there. And you walk in and nobody says a word to each other. You're just fucking standing around the pool. There's no music. Everybody's just standing there. I'm fucking out, right? Fuck this party. Fucking lame. Thanks for inviting me, B-Mark, you fucking asshole, right? So we got to get people to introduce themselves. So as soon as somebody joins your challenge, you guys got to get people to introduce themselves right away. Super important, because if people engage with the group, they're going to be more likely to engage with the group for the rest of the challenge. So group engagement was really fucking important. Zoom call attendance. What was the Zoom call attendance for the first one?
2
people. Did you send a reminder out to every single person before the Zoom call, like the day of and then an hour before?
Yeah, an hour before.
Okay.
And the day of also on the chat group.
Okay. Did you send an individual message out to every single person, potentially on their social media and also on a Trainerize, reminding them of the call?
Not on their social media.
That's okay. I'm not giving you shit. I want to help you make money for the next one. That's all it is. So yeah. For the next one, when you guys are doing Zoom calls or live streams for your 4-day challenge, personal social media reminders over fucking messages. We want to get the most amount of people showing up to that call. So if I send Ronnie a message, I'm like, hey, Ronnie, just wanted to let you know that the 4-day challenge live today is going to be about, how to burn fat without fucking giving up cookies. I know you love Oreos. So it's going to be at 4 p.m. PST. I'll see you there. You coming? Yeah, I'll be there. Cool. Even if we send that out to 12 people and 6 people commit, that's 6 instead of 2. The reason that's really important is because as your guys' challenge goes on, it's naturally the engagement is going to die out. That's the natural, order of things. People are fucking lazy, not committed. They didn't pay. So the goal is to get the challenge to start out with as much engagement as possible so that by the time we get to the end of the challenge, like let's say you start out and 80% of your clients are engaging with the start of the challenge, right? By the time you get to the end of the challenge, there's going to be like 60% of the clients engaging with the challenge. Does that make sense? It naturally dies out. So if you get 20% of people engaging with your challenge at the start of the challenge, by the end of the challenge, you're going to have fucking nobody. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Is that helpful?
Yes, sir.
I want to help you make money. All right. So I wanted to go back to the money making things, and then I want to go into the things. The question was, how do you not answer your own questions? Correct? Is like, how do you basically like not talk yourself out of, can you summarize the last question in 30 seconds? I got sidetracked.
So how do you, when you have a question, how do you stop yourself from answering your own questions? And
yeah, great. That's great. Guys, if I'm ever stuck in anything, I try to find the person that's smarter than me to help me solve the problem. And so like, I'll tell you what my definition of stuck is. My definition of stuck is I'm consistently putting in effort and I'm not seeing the return of that effort. So if I'm ever stuck, then I'm always asking for help. I will never try to solve my own problem if I've been stuck and I've been stuck for a long period of time. And so I tried to that's why I pay for mentors, right? Like I just recently hired another mentor, flew down to Miami this weekend because I was stuck with a certain thing. I was just stuck with my advertising. So for me to get unstuck with my advertising, I found the smartest dude that I possibly could. And I asked him questions. So I think I'll tell you where I get this from, Kettlebell King. And this is good for all of you guys. I want everyone to honestly write down how much money you want to make per month. Write it in the chat. How much money do you want to be making every month? And that number can change over time, but I want you to write down your current number in the chat right now. Okay. So 50K, 25K, 25K, 80K, 50K, 11K. Perfect. Now, what are you at right now? Write it in the chat. What are you at right now? 4K, 3 to 5K, 15K, 5K, 12K, 9K, 6 to 8K, 8K, 4K, 10K, 6 to 7K, 3.5K. If I'm not at my goals, and this is going to sound intense, but I mean it for me. It makes me so fucking sick to my stomach that I like don't want to get out of bed. It fucking irritates the absolute shit out of me. Like if I'm not at where I want to be, if I do not reach my goals, I literally am so fucking annoyed that it bothers me to the point that I can't sleep. So if you guys think about your goals, so like I'm going to give you guys an example. I'm just going to choose one person's goal. So Victor Silva, this is how I do this. All right. I want to show you guys how I think, and then I'm going to show you guys how to start moving with a little bit more urgency. So I'm going to do screen share. So Victor, you said your goal is 20,000, right? 20,000 a month, 20,000 a month divided by 30 days. You need to be making $666 a day. And if you want to hit $20,000 a month. So if I'm not making $666 a day, I'm fucking livid. Like I'm like furious to the point where I'm like, I'm taking violent action. And violent action is everything that's associated with it. Whatever resources I can consume, whatever fucking podcasts I can listen to, whatever fucking course material I can consume, whatever resources are relevant to solve the problem. And I'm like, why am I not at $666 a day? Why? I'm like, first thing I look at is content. Okay, how's my content performing? My content's performing great and I'm not getting leads. I'm like, okay, my fucking DMs suck. Like, what is going on with my DMs? And I literally will not stop. Like, I cannot take my eye off the problem until the problem is fully resolved. So let's go back to the question that you asked, Kettlebell King. You're like, how do you stop yourself from basically getting stuck in procrastination? It's like, I'm literally fucking obsessed with hitting my goals. Like, I'm actually obsessed. And so if I know how much money I want to make per month and I divide that down to per day, if I'm not making that amount of money per day, I literally drives me fucking bonkers to the point that I will do whatever is necessary to achieve that. That means I'm like posting multiple times in my fucking mentorship community. That means asking as many questions as I need to fucking ask. That means watching as many videos as I need to watch. Like that means like studying in my own spare time. That means like whatever I need to do to solve this fucking problem, I will do it. So like I still take the actions that are associated with it, like you're talking about. But again, I think the problem that you have, Kettlebell King, is that you got the question, you answer your own question, and then you're like, okay, I think I know what I need to do. But then you question yourself, and then you don't do what you need to do because you're not 100% sure if it was the thing you need to do. And so now you haven't really made any forward progress because you're kind of stuck in your own head, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm so committed to that result that I want to achieve that I'm like, whatever I need to do to get to this result, I will do it. And if I don't know what I need to do to get to this result, I'm going to ask somebody that knows how to get to this result so that I can see what they think. And then I'm going to violently do what they request so that I can get closer. And I'm just going to keep doing the things that I need to do to get closer to this result until I achieve it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't answer my own questions because I know that if I knew how to get to my goals, I would have already done it. Right. That's why we hire mentors, because like the mentor knows how to get to the goal. So I'm like, I want to hire somebody that knows how to get to the goal. And then I'm going to ask them as many questions as I need to until I'm at that fucking goal. And I'm not going to stop until I'm there.
Yeah. Now I got to do it. I got to just start doing. So real quick, I'm going to give you my question and I'm going to give you my answer. And I just want you to say yes or no. All right. I'm having problems booking calls. Obviously, DMs or content. I went over my content even from all last year and I'm like, damn, I was a little bit more funny last year. I need to start getting a little more funnier my content so I could connect with people better. Also, I haven't been posting as much proof as possible. So every month, last year, almost every other Monday, I was posting a whole ass reel about a client transformation. I've been slacking on that. I told myself 2 weeks ago, I gotta post proof every day on my story. I've also did not hit that all 7 days, maybe 4 or 5. On the DMs, I started looking at that and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not digging enough into the pain. Why am I having trouble digging into this pain, asking these uncomfortable questions? It feels like I have a fucking problem with confrontation. Then, okay, you know what? I'm gonna read this book about confrontation and I'm gonna start like digging more into the DMs, digging more on that, and also not avoiding the DMs. Because there were times that I would go into the IG app, I will see I have to reply to the DMs, and I was just kind of like now it's like every time I open the fucking app, it's like I'm answering, answer now. So that's the switch that I kind of made with the DMs, and then that's the stuff that I feel like I need to do, and I just got to go do it.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
What are your goals? How much money do you want to make per month?
20 recurring.
How much are you making right now?
Right now, 4 recurring.
Okay. So why do you want to make 20K recurring? Why do you guys want to make the type of money that you're mentioning in these fucking in the chat? Why?
For me, I need to retire my mom. I need to retire my mom. It's like sickening to me that she still has to fucking work.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
And
whoa. It's not that sickening, because if it was actually fucking that sickening, you would do what the fuck you needed to do in order to do it.
yeah,
You don't understand what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you can say that with your fucking words, but I don't think you mean that, because if you meant that, you would do whatever is fucking required. How often
yeah.
do you think about your mom when you're slacking?
I got not often enough.
Not fucking often. Do you got a picture of your mom above your fucking work desk?
I have it right here in my laptop background,
Your
my
laptop,
vision.
laptop background, your vision board. How often do you look at that?
Actually, pretty often.
Okay. So do you ever think about the fact that when you're not doing the shit that you need to do, that you're not getting closer to fucking retiring your mom?
Yeah, I need to think about that more.
You got what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, that's where that desire comes from. Like, the desire comes from two things, bro. Number one is like, I want you to retire your mom. I really do. Because I retired my grandma, and I can tell you it's the best fucking feeling in the world, bro. Bought my grandma a house, bought her a car, sent her thousands of dollars a month. It's the best fucking feeling in the world. I want that for you. I really do. And the way that I got there is like on the days that I wanted to fucking quit, not do DMs, not podcast, not fucking show up for my clients, not show up for myself. On those days, I literally thought about what it would feel like to not do that for her. And that drove me to the point that I never fucking stopped. So like, this is not like this is like a desire thing, bro. Like, you have to want it so fucking bad. It does not matter what the price is. It does not matter what the cost is. It does not matter how much it costs. You will do whatever the fuck is necessary. It's like, we need to think about the consequences of not only our actions, but our inaction. Because
yeah,
here's the thing. I love you to death. This is a call out. You're being selfish. You've made enough money for yourself to get by, to pay your bills, to do well for yourself. Like, you don't have to stress about paying your rent. So you're good. So you're not putting as much effort as you know you could be. You're not doing the things that you know you could be, because you're good. But your mom's not good. She's not retired yet. She's still fucking working. And like, that to me makes me sick, to the point where I'm like, I will do whatever the fuck is required. That's where the I don't miss comes from, bro. It comes from that place. You can't just say you want to be consistent. You have to be consistent for a fucking reason. Do you guys understand the message that I'm putting out right now? You guys get it? Is it clicking? Figure out what the fuck you want to do this for, and then commit to doing it for that reason. And then every single time you don't want to do the thing that you're supposed to do, I want you to think about that reason. I want you to think about going up to your mom and telling her that you can't retire her because you didn't put in the work that was required in order to do that. I want you to think about telling your mom that you can't retire her because you didn't consistently post the social proof that you were supposed to post. I want you to think about going up to your mom and telling her that you can't retire her because you didn't put in as much effort as you know you could have with your content. Can you live with that?
hell no.
Hell fucking no. So that's where the I don't miss comes from. That's also where the drive comes from. That's also where the I will show up for every fucking call that I need to show up for comes from. That's where the fucking Jeremy's event was like, it took me, I literally flew from 3 p.m. to 7 a.m. the next morning, got 3 hours of sleep. I did the event for 12 hours straight. And then I flew back the next morning, got 3 hours of sleep, 12 hours straight, because I couldn't be away from my pregnant wife for more than fucking 24 hours without her. I don't want to leave her alone, but I needed to go to the event. So I fucking flew overnight and got 3 hours of sleep. But I do that because like, I'm so committed to fucking hitting my goals that I'm prepared to pay whatever the price is. And I'm not willing to accept the consequences of not taking action. You've got to get yourself to that place, bro. When you get yourself to that place, you will not miss.
Yes, sir.
So what are you going to do?
Lock the fuck in.
Are you going to hit 20 fucking K this year? Or are you just going to be okay with 4K?
I'm gonna hit 20K.
I can't fucking hear you, bro.
We're gonna hit 20K, bro.
I can't fucking hear you. Say it with your
We're
chest,
gonna
dog.
hit 20 fucking K.
Why are you going to hit 20K though? Why does it fucking matter?
Because we're gonna retire my mom. Gonna take her on a cruise. We're gonna be vibing. It's gonna be all good. I just gotta lock the fuck in.
Now do it, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you.
I got you. What's up, Ronnie? How you doing?
I am good. So my win is that I have a call right after this call with a sales call I had yesterday to get her started. So that will be 3 for 3 for July. And if you recall, I was 0 for 4 on my last calls in June. So we're feeling really fucking good about that.
Love that for you.
Honestly, like I relate with Daniel. I feel like the mindset program has really been helping, right? Like it's like the sales call yesterday, like the pitch was so easy. Like I was like, I definitely like I fucked up my words. I did say it right, but like I was just in such a good headspace. Like it was all good. But anyways, so okay, this is not me double dipping and saying, Mom said this, what do you think? But I'm just gonna tell you. So yesterday I chatted with
This is
Janelle.
funny. I love it. Go ahead. You're good.
I chatted with Janelle, and I'm not asking you the same question, but I just kind of realized that like I didn't get like we went a different way with it, but then I didn't get the actual really like answer that I was kind of looking for. So I was just telling her how like I've done like boot camps and challenges and all these things, and they've like kind of kind of converted, but like my best months was like I didn't do a challenge. I didn't do any of those things. Like it was just like inbound leads and referrals and like that type of thing. So what she recommended was like instead of focusing on like having record breaking months, like just add 1K recurring per month. And I was like, okay, easy, I can do that. But I guess my next question is like, now part of this is I like what you were saying to Kettlebell King. I was like, okay, I can probably go through and like learn from my past boot camps and challenges. And part of it is probably a messaging thing. And I know being in this better money mindset is like, I'm going to attract better clients anyways. So I might have answered my own fucking question, but again, I'm stuck. I feel like I'm putting in the work and I wanted to ask if you were me, I guess, would you keep putting your effort into like launches and different like boot camps and things like that and like challenges or like I'm just trying to figure out what's the best way to use my energy because I'm like boot camps and shit, like it's a lot of work. And like, so I just like, I'm more than happy to do it, but if there's better use of my time, I want to do that too.
These are great questions today. I like this. Let's make some money. Okay. Boot camps, challenges, 4-day challenges, 14-day challenges. Are they worth it? Are they worth the time? Should you do them? My answer is absolutely the fuck yes. Okay. Now, I think that there's challenges and boot camps and strategies that are more effective than others, right? I know that when you first signed up, I literally told you, I was like, I'm not really sure about the boot camp thing. I remember telling you that. I'm like, I don't know if I like that. And the reason, I'll tell you why, because I found that if I do challenges that are longer than 14 days, that typically speaking, the engagement starts to die down after 14 days. And then, well, the engagement dies down after 4 days. Never mind fucking 14, never mind 21, never mind 30. So I try to keep my challenges shorter. Okay. I'm a big believer in like shorter challenges. I personally, and this is my personal opinion, and I know we teach 6-week challenges in the community, and I know that a lot of my best clients use 6-week challenges. I personally also don't like doing 6-week challenges. The reason for that is because the main offer that I'm trying to get them into is high ticket. So I'd rather give them a taste of high ticket with some sort of low, free thing. And then once they like the high ticket, then I'll pitch them high ticket. And if they can't do the high ticket, I'll give them the mid ticket. But I don't even like doing 6-week challenges. So in my opinion, I think doing 14-day challenges and 4-day challenges are an extremely effective use of your time. The reason I think they're an extremely effective use of your time for all of you guys, until you are at $10,000 to $15,000 per month every month, because number one, they give you a really qualified reason to outbound DM people with a hard ask. Like it's like, hey, Justin, what's going on, bro? I'm running a free 14-day shredded for summer challenge next week, period. Interested, question mark? Like that's a really easy, direct way to just shoot into the DMs and ask, because yeah, even though you're asking, you're also giving some free value, So like for that reason alone, I think it like opens up the door for you to be able to outbound a lot of prospects. And these prospects are people that are likely in your audience, consuming your content. They followed you, maybe 3 months ago, they forgot about your content, and then you're in their DMs offering them some free value. So like for that reason alone, I think it's a really fucking good move. But I also think it's a really good move because when you are so like the main thing that's going to pull you in clients is social proof. That's the number one thing. The more social proof that you have, the more clients you will sign. Even if you don't have a big audience, if you have a fuckload of social proof, you will sign clients. But it's like, how do you get more social proof if you don't have a lot of clients? Well, the way that you'll get more social proof is the more of the challenges that you guys do, the more social proof that you collect. Not only that, but when you guys are doing these challenges, you will also help, XYZ. So if you get 20 people in a free 14-day challenge, 15 people actually do it, 7 people go all the way through. On average, you'll convert 25 to 35% of those people. So you'll get 3 new clients, plus you'll have 7 testimonials that you can now use for your marketing to attract more clients. And you do that every 6 weeks. After a year, you'll have done, I don't know how many fucking weeks are in a year. You'll have done this 7 to 8 14-day challenges, which means you'll have worked with over 160 people for free. Some of those people from challenge number 1 will reach out in September and be like, hey, Ronnie, when I did your 14-day challenge, I lost 15 pounds. I've gained it all back and I really want to work with you. So for like just the fact that you create all that goodwill, not to mention all the clients you're going to sign from the challenges, not to mention all the social proof that you're going to collect. I'm a massive fan of challenges, but I think that they need to be done in an optimized way. Another reason I would rather do a 14-day challenge over a boot camp is your boot camps are 30 days, correct?
21 days, but technically 28. Yeah.
So the boot camps are 28 days. So it's going to take you 7 to 14 days to promote for it, correct? Because it's paid. Mm-hmm. So 7 to 14 days to promote for it. Then we've got the boot camp. That's another 30. So that right there is a 45-day, from start to finish lead cycle, right? And then you don't want to do a boot camp every month, because if you do boot camp every month, then everyone's going to sign up for the boot camp and they're going to say, fuck the high ticket program. So you've got to leave at least 60 to 90 days in between the boot camps before you can do another one. So now you spent 45 days to get these people through boot camp. Maybe you convert 2 or 3 people, whatever, 4 people. But then we've got to wait another 60 to 90 days before we can do another lead generation strategy like that. So then there's this like big weird lag term in the middle where nothing's happening. Whereas if you do a 14-day challenge, you promote for 7 days, that's 21 days from start to finish lead cycle. And then you're going to have to wait another, 4 to 6 weeks to do another one. And then you've got another 14-day challenge here, but you've got 20 people in this 14-day challenge, 20 people in this one. So that's 40 people in the exact same life cycle that it took you 45 to 50 days to do just one challenge. So you're going to be able to fit double the amount of lead generation strategies into a calendar year versus boot camps is going to take significantly longer. And it's going to be a harder sell because now you're going to have to convince them why they should pay you fucking $29 versus it's free, right?
Yeah.
So should you do challenges? Yes. I'm a huge fan of challenges at your guys' level. Like when I first started Pizza Domination, I did a free 4-day challenge every 6 weeks for 6 months, every 6 weeks for 6 months. And that's what built my freaking base. And then once I had 50 clients, it was easy for me to market those clients' results because I had 50 people that were working with me. And that's where the business started to take off because I could start to market all these client transformations of clients that were in my program. If you guys are at this level right now in the 10K mastermind, your number one goal should be to get to 30 to 50 clients. That should be priority number one. Numero uno, 30 to 50 clients. 30 to 50 clients is a business that does $10,000 to $15,000 every single month. So if you are not at 30 to 50 clients, that is your next target because 30 to 50 clients is a $10,000 to $15,000 a month business consistently. So like until you're there, you need to find ways to get more clients in your ecosystem. Like the number one thing that you should be focusing on, Ronnie, is how do you give clients an experience of your service? How do you give clients a taste of your service? Because you got a high ticket offer. It's $5,000, right? So like, I'm not just going to give you $5,000 because I saw a reel on your Instagram. But if I work with you closely and I like get a check-in from you that fucking shifts my perspective in a big way, or I have a big breakthrough in my fitness journey because of you, I'm going to be much more likely to want to give you $5,000 now that I've experienced the coaching. Long-winded rant, but was that valuable? Does that make sense?
Amazing. Yeah. And everything in my head that's like, but I don't want to. You kind of like just, yeah, no, that makes sense. So, okay. So test basically. So normally September would be my next boot camp. So instead just do a 4 or 14-day challenge and just test that for the next like 6 months.
Yes. And I would get 14-day like for you, your first one, I'd want it to be a banger. So like, let's get 20 to 30 people in there. Let's aim for 30. Let's aim for 20 people that are actually engaged.
Okay. Well, in that honestly, like people kind of have got used to the fact that I do a boot camp every September. So if they find out that it's a free thing, I feel like I could absolutely fucking fuck it up.
Fuck yeah, you could.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. I wanted to change up my marketing calendar to make it fucking work. And that's easy because that's the thing. I don't make a ton of money off the boot camps, right? Like that's not why I do them. So, okay. Amazing. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for that.
What's your goal for income before the end of the year?
By the end of the year, I will be making 20K.
20K per month. Why?
Why? Because I'm tired of not living the life that I want to live. Honestly.
I love that. Yeah.
I want to buy myself a new car.
What new car?
I want a Porsche, the Porsche Macan. This was on Cole's call when I was talking about this, but Matt, like Macros with Matt has one and he let me drive it. So yeah, no, that's what I want. I also want to be able to like move, right?
Where?
I want to move back home.
Where's home?
I want Ontario. I want to be close to my fam. And right now, Kyle makes significantly more than me, and his job is here. So if I'm making 20K a month,
You're like I'm the sugar mama now.
100%. Like you can go do whatever you want to, but I feel like it just gives me more say over my life. Right.
Good.
Like I'm just tired of not being like I can do what I want to do because I have to live off of other people.
How tired are you?
I'm so tired. Can you not hear it in my voice? I don't even have the energy to yell about it.
No, how tired are you? Are you like tired enough where are you tired enough where you're gonna fucking execute everything I just said?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like I'm so over it. Like it's to the point where I'm so fucking annoyed at myself. Like I know that what I do changes lives. Like I know that my program is fucking amazing. I know that people love what I have to offer, and it's
Say it with your chest.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Say it with your chest.
Embarrassing that I'm not further. Like
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run a fucking free challenge in September, and
you're gonna hit 20K.
I'm gonna hit 20K, and I'm gonna do it again and again and again and consistently for the rest of my life and more.
Show me.
I will.
Cool. It's good to see you.
I will. It's good to see you too. You wait. It's gonna happen.
Show me.
It's gonna be a video in your DMs.
Show me. I'm fucking ready. I want that for you. I want you to be so fucking successful that you buy that Porsche and you send me a video. I fucking want that for you.
I will. You'll be the first person to know.
Good.
Okay.
Don't tell your husband first. Fucking tell me. I'm just joking.
I mean, he'll probably know. He'll probably be
Yeah.
there, but you'll be the next person.
Good.
For sure.
Deal. All right, Randy.
Okay. Appreciate you.
Peace. Last but not least, what's up, Matisse? I want you guys to make money, bro. I want you guys to fucking crush it in business and in life. Okay? I want it all for you. What's up, King? How
Thank
you
you for
doing?
that, man. How you doing? I'm great.
Good. Tell me some wins, bro.
My biggest win that I'm talking to you for the first time, basically.
Hey, I like that, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I made it to 10K. And yeah, first off, I would like to take a moment to really say thank you that I'm able to be here. Because like you are, pushing us to have our goals high, and you are basically, giving us a mindset that we would never have alone. And I'm at a place that I wouldn't imagine a year back when I started working with you. So I'm not making that much money as the goals were here, but I'm at the goals that I gave myself at the beginning of this year. When you gave us the task to film a vision video, I set, some level of income, some places, mindset where I want to be. And I wanted to achieve that by the end of the year. And it's half in the year and I'm there.
Tell me more. Where were you at the start of the year? Where are you at now?
So at the beginning of the year, I think I was making like 1 to 2K. And I just wanted to get to a level. I'm living in the middle of Europe, and when you're making above 5K, they will raise your taxes and so on. And I was like, I want to get to that level, so I will have this problem now, and I'll have to go around it. And I'm there, and I was like,
let's go, bro. Now we got to get you dreaming bigger. We got to get you so rich that you don't give a fuck about taxes.
Yes, exactly. So that's basically it. So thank you. I just wanted to talk to you for the first time, and I have a question. It's a little question. It's the last problem that I had. It was on a group call with my clients.
Yep.
It's always like 5 to 10 people.
Yep.
And I'm at the phase where they are active. They want to join. It's always 5 people at least, but the call is quite unstructured. So, you always say we should copy PT Dom.
Yep.
With raising the hands, I want to get to the level, but I'm not there yet. I don't want to tell them that you should raise your hands right now. So what's the,
Yeah. So that's a great point. I'm glad you brought that up. Guys, for group calls under 10 people, you need to engage with them as individuals. When your group calls start getting over 10 people, that's when you're going to have to start getting people to raise their hands. And so when I'm doing group calls, and let's say you've got 5 people on that call, Matisse, the way that I would structure it, is it like a group coaching call where you're coaching them all on like wins, or like what's the idea behind the group coaching call? Are you trying to like coach them through struggles, do a Q&A? Like what's the main purpose of it?
Sometimes it has got a theme, but it's like every second call has got a theme. Every second is just an open Q&A.
Perfect.
just made them.
Yeah. So I'll give you the structure then. So for the calls that are the trainings, the way that I would structure it is I would come and I would get everybody to share a win. So the first thing I would do when I start my calls is like, let's hear some wins. So Daniel, tell me some wins, bro. Tell me something good. The reason that I always start my calls with wins is because I want people to focus on the positive. I want people to celebrate momentum. What gets celebrated gets repeated. And even if somebody's struggling, Matisse, but then they come to your call and they hear everybody else doing well, they'll end up seeing those wins and they'll want, it just feels good leaving your calls. If your clients feel better on your calls than they do not on your calls, they will come to your calls. So you want to get them celebrating wins. Tell me something good. That's always what I start with. Tell me something good. Perfect. And then if I have anything that I want to announce to the clients or any updates, that's where I'll do it. So I do wins and then I do like any announcements. So I just wanted to remind you guys that your check-ins are going to be this week. I'm going to be a little bit late just because I'm going to be traveling, whatever. Or if you have, a live stream coming up that you want them to come to, or if you want to talk about your referral program, just wanted to remind you guys that we do have a referral program. So if you ever have any friends or family that are interested in joining the coaching program, all you got to do is start a group chat with me on Facebook and Instagram with them, and I'd be more than happy to take care of them. And then you get a free month and they get a discount on the program. So I do wins. And then if I do any announcements for any of you guys that are going to end up throwing events, that's where you talk about your event or whatever. And then I get into the training. So the training structure, my training will typically be like a 10 to 15 to 20 minute long training. You guys can literally use ChatGPT to create the trainings for you at this point. If you're doing a smaller group, Matisse, I might structure it between like where I'm just talking and I'm giving value. And I also might have some slideshows where I'm giving value. because if you're only doing them once every 2 weeks, then creating a quick little Canva slideshow would be pretty easy, 15 to 20 minutes. And then at the end, I would do an open Q&A about the training. And if they didn't have questions, I'd be like, yo, Matisse, like, so what did you learn from the training? What was your main takeaway? So if they didn't have a question, then I would ask them questions about like what they learned. In terms of the open Q&A, the way that I would structure it is I would get everyone to come, and then I'd do biggest wins again. And I'd be like, okay, so like I actually wanted to do a little bit of coaching on today's call. So we're just going to go in a circle. I just want to know what your main struggle was this week, or something that you kind of like struggled with this week that I can help you out with. And then I'm going to be able to coach you through it and make sure that you get the best possible result this week. So Ronnie, we're going to start with you. So tell me your biggest wins this week. Okay, perfect. What was something that you struggled with this week, or something that you had some questions around with your fitness journey? And then she'll tell me, and then I'll just coach them through that struggle on that thing. And sometimes that will be like a longer session. Sometimes it's shorter. And then I'm like, perfect. Does that make sense? Then I'll give Ronnie some homework, and then I'll move on to the next person. Sometimes this will engage in like an open discussion. We're back and forth now. And sometimes I'm just giving that person value. So once I go in the circle and I give everyone value, again, this is under 10 people. If you do this with over 10 people, you're going to be on that call for 2 fucking hours. So that's why if it's over 10 people, you want to get people to raise their hand. And if it's over 10 people, you can follow the same structure, Matisse, but you'll just get people to drop their questions in the chat, and then you'll bring them up. So like tell me some biggest wins in the chat. Okay, what was something you struggled with this week? And then you get everyone to write it in the chat. And then you'd be like, okay, Franzi, you mentioned that you struggled with, tracking your macros. Can you unmute yourself for a sec? What do you mean specifically by that? And then I'll get them to elaborate. Franzi, you don't actually have to unmute yourself. I'll just, she's like, oh, what? But yeah, does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
May I interrupt for 1 second? So now I should go one by one and ask them and tell them to unmute everyone.
Yep. If there's 5 people, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. Get them
All
to
right.
engage.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, get them to engage. And then at the end, if there's like 5 to 10 people at the end, then you do last chance for questions. Okay, perfect. Does anybody have any questions about anything that we just went over? Any questions about the fitness journey that we might not have covered? And then you give them an opportunity to ask questions. You can even get them to type questions into the chat box while you're coaching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat box, and I'm going to do a Q&A at the end. I'm going to make sure I answer all of them for you.
Okay.
Now you've got structure. Cool. Is that helpful?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. All right, guys. Sweet. Well, this was fun. Hey, I saw that there was less people on the call today. So I was like, I'm going to go deep. We're going to fucking give some value today. That's what we're going to do. I wanted to leave you guys off with this. All right. Because my philosophy is that time is going to pass regardless. It's going to pass. And time is something that you don't ever get back. Like once it's gone, it's gone. That's it. That's you don't get another shot. And knowing that your time is going to pass regardless, my opinion on that is like, why would you fucking not? Like, Ronnie, why would you not hit 20K? It doesn't make sense that you would fucking not. Kettlebell King, why would you not retire your mom? Why would you not? And like the desire to want to achieve the thing has to be so fucking intense that it overrides anything else that would potentially get in the way. Overrides any excuse, any procrastination, any level of tiredness. Like, guys, there are fucking days where like Nick and I are filming, and like in the middle of the filming session, I'm like, please stick a knife in my eye. And then I'm like, oh, wait. There's this internal voice that's louder than that. There's this internal voice that says, remember what you're doing this for. Remember why you're doing this. Remember why you're fighting for this. Like, that's the voice we need to listen to. It's that like that desire. You have to keep that desire front of mind. And like, you can want things for like the sake of retiring your mom, like Kettlebell King. You can also just want nice shit. Like, you can want a fucking Porsche just because you want a Porsche, and you don't have to justify it to anyone. Why? Because Porsches are fucking dope. I like having a Lamborghini. It's fucking fun. I don't need an excuse to have that. It's something that I fucking wanted. I just wanted it. You can just want things for the sake of wanting them. And here's the thing, okay? This is something that I had a conversation with somebody about the other day. We talked about this on fucking Mentorship Monday. That Porsche is just a car. It's literally a vehicle. It's a fucking bunch of like bolts and nuts and it's just a vehicle. It's just a car. It's just stuff. And right now that Porsche is bigger than you, Ronnie. You can't get a Porsche now. It's just a car. It's a metal box. It's just stuff. It's literally just stuff. That's all it is. It's just stuff. You are so much fucking bigger than stuff. You can have anything that you fucking want, but the desire to achieve has to be so fucking intense that it burns through every obstacle in your fucking path. And if you can't tap into the desire for whatever reason, or there's some sort of reason that you're like, I can't find my desire. I can't. It's gone. I don't know where it is, right? If you can't find that, I want you to imagine looking your mother in the eye and saying, hey, I'm sorry. I can't provide for you because I didn't go all in. Hey, I'm sorry. I can't move out to Toronto. I can't move back to see my family because I didn't go all in. I let my excuses get in the way. I didn't do what was required. I didn't give it my very best. I didn't go all the fucking way in. If you can't tap into the desire, tap into the consequences of not having it. Do whatever is required. Sometimes you got to pull on the dark energy and sometimes you got to pull on the light energy, but whatever you got to pull on, do whatever is necessary so that you can get the work done that needs to get done so you can live the life of your dreams. Love y'all. Have the best fucking day of your entire lives. Go kick some ass. Go make some money. Go change some lives. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.